Hello guys, this is Loose Goose and this is part 2 of Crystalline, the visual novel. Right, I'm gonna get back into it. Ask about the Pongo. I glanced behind us. Just as I expected, the Pongo hops along. So the Pongo is still following us. And I glances back and
That's not
grins.
too surprising.
Why not?
Pongos are attracted to magical energy. That's why it was so strange that it showed no interest in my manipulator.
No idea what that means. It's still following us though.
It's following you.
Why?
My readings showed you're full of magical energy. As far as the Pongo is concerned, you're a buffet.
What? As I think over what Liana said, I look at the Pongo one more time. This time he looks right back at me, with his eyes crinkling as he spits into a huge grin. Huh? He leaps up in the air and reaches the height of my waist. Whoa. Boy! He jumps again high. Liana
I think he's
giggles.
tired of hopping.
Oh, that's harsh. Too bad. Carry him. As it can be kind of hard to keep up when you're such a smaller creature, whatever. I hold out my hands and the Pongo hops right into my palm, but he doesn't stop there. Before I can react, he hops onto my shoulder and hops again and lands on top of my head. Classic anime. I feel a cool wiggle in my hair. Liana giggles again. What's he doing?
Nothing. He's just so happy.
She reaches out a finger to stroke the Pongo, who chirps constantly. Then her smile broadens and she clears her throat and tries to take one more serious expression. Her steps quicken as she resumes walking. It's narrating the whole walking aspect. Ask her what brought her here. So, not that I'm complaining, but where exactly were you doing out in the field? Excuse me. Yes, where you found me.
There have been rumors of high energy readings around Meadow Hill, so I was sent to investigate.
It's probably us come through some mad portal or
I had
some
already
stuff.
checked out the surrounding area, and there'd been no clear source for all that excess energy until today.
When you met me? She nods. I hadn't been out in the field very long before you found me though.
You might be a byproduct of whatever created the energy spike in the first place.
What do you think
I'm
it
not
was?
sure. The Mage Academy should be able to help explain.
Hopefully. I wonder what it takes to become a mage. So besides magic, what else does the Magic Academy teach?
All the basics. How to use a manipulator, how to control your energy, the many usages and differences between crystals and spheres.
Got it. I nod. This place is kind of funky and weird, but it doesn't seem too fundamentally different from back home. Really? I think I'm starting to understand how things work. The conversations lulls up to a close lull. Ask about a gauntlet. Without seeming too suspicious, I tried to get a better look at her gauntlet. That was the thing that was doing it. What was that thing she was doing with it earlier? And I noticed me staring and shifts uncomfortably.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just curious about your gauntlet.
My manipulator?
Sure.
All mages have a manipulator. It's how we use energy to interact with the elements around us.
Wait, so you mean you can cast spells?
I suppose that's one way to phrase it.
Oh, can you show me something cool?
Like what?
Anything. I don't know, do anything. Lifts up a gauntlet and points towards the Pongo. He levitates in the air. To the Pongo's surprise. Boing! As he hovers in the air, he's aware around him, and his mouth opens and tries to eat the air. Liana giggles and gently places him back down. That was sweet. Oh, that was amazing. Liana smiles shyly, and she brushes a stray lock of hair behind her ear.
It was nothing.
What else can
There's
you
a
do?
lot more my manipulator can do, but I think it's best if I conserve the energy for now.
I know that makes sense. I listen for the sound of wildlife as she continues walking. I hear the unusual song of birds in the faint whoosh of wings flapping in the air. Occasionally there's a rustle amid the trees, as I even swatted the bugs buzzing around my eyes. It all feels very familiar, reminded me of home. I bet it doesn't. Yana clears her throat.
So, you're from USA?
USA. Yes, USA.
Which kingdom is that in?
Can't you just say planet Earth? In the kingdoms of North America. In the kingdom of North America. She frowns and scratches her neck.
I'm a little ashamed to say I'm not familiar with that place. Where is it?
On Earth?
Earth?
Oh yeah, you said it. Okay, time to take a different approach. Let me see if I can explain. Alright, tell me where are we going
In
right
Meadow
now?
Hill.
And where
In
is
the
that?
kingdom of Havengard.
And where is
In
that?
the land of Asaria.
And where is it part
Terra, of course.
of? Okay, so Terra is my Earth. Oh.
Wait, are you not from Terra?
No. From what I've heard so far, I'm not.
How did you get here?
Which I'm hoping the Magic Academy can tell me.
Right, but I mean, how did you come to Meadow Hill specifically? Do you remember anything before you were in the field?
I think back, studying in the library, I'd be extra tired because that was some way, same day of evening. I can't read, sorry. I'm still remembering everything about me in my past. Yeah,
Well,
I nod. She laps back in silence, looking thoughtful. I have a lot to think about myself. My head is swimming with everything I've learned so far. Although there are some similarities between Terra and Earth, I think not. I've only scratched the surface of all the differences. I really hope the Magic Academy can help explain what's going on. And more importantly, how can I get back home? Pongo flips in front of my eyes, carefully scoops him back and places on my head. I can't read this so fast. What happened there? Did you slip?
Poi poi.
It is my imagination, or did the poi poi sound a little sheepish?
you were trying to get a good look at our friend here, weren't you?
I feel movement on my head as I was
Looks like someone got a little adventurous and lost his footing.
Poi.
I let out a chuckle. Oh, I clicked. Oops. The sun dips in the sky and bathes and dips the trees in a soft glow. My feet ache and protest each step. Rotate my legs are tight from all the walking. Finally we come here on the perimeter of the village. Liana grins as she leads me through the gates.
Here we are, Meadow Hill Village.
I take the time to catch my breath and discreetly rest my burning muscles. Liana hardly seems affected by the long trek. We're finally here. Pull my arms into a stretch. Phew, that was quite a long journey. Liana masks a chuckle.
A journey?
I nod. This time can't be quite hold back on. This time she can't quite hold back her laugh.
Let's continue. We can rest at the inn tonight.
As she resumes walking, I ignore my screaming legs and I follow her. The village is still bustling with people even at this time of day. I suppose they're getting their errands before nightfall. For the most part, everyone seems to be focusing on their own tasks. They barely glance at Liana, but when their gaze are drawn to me, and they don't look away. Probably because I'm from Earth. In fact, their steps slow, they crane their necks as we pause. I can't read very fast.
Okay, new plan. Let's stop by the shops before they close.
I instinctively pat my back pocket where I keep my wallet. I doubt they'll accept card here or dollars. Huh? Should show. I don't have
That's
any
okay.
money.
I'll take care of it.
That's really generous of you.
It's understandable given your circumstances.
I'll pay you back once I can. She smiles and nods. She wants that money. I read the signs as we walk by. Edward's Apothecary, whatever. Blackstone Forge, Dragonstone Armory. This sounds all awesome. Huh?
What is it?
I was thinking, how convenient that everything's in English here.
English?
I should have expected the question based on our previous conversation of gone, but I'm still a little taken aback. Yes, what we're speaking now.
Speaking common.
Basically, she's like, what?
Never mind. Come on in.
I step into the shop and the first thing I notice is the overpowering musty smell of leather. That sounds amazing. It's not surprising considering the walls are lined with different types of leatherware. Oh, this looks cool. A small elderly man emerges from the back and a pair of brown glasses sits on his nose and an apron hangs around his
Welcome.
neck.
Please, take a look around.
Where is he? He's smart. He can't say all these words and then he's not
We're looking
there.
for a new wardrobe for my friend here.
Yes, of course.
Shopkeeper blinks back in reality and resumes his
Well,
pitch.
you've come to the right place. We tan our hides and stitch the pieces ourselves. You won't find any finer quality than here.
Rihanna smiles politely. I check out two seemingly identical leather vests, both of which are marked at different prices. I really can't see a difference between the two. Maybe they boost different stats. Which one of these will increase my strength?
Wouldn't that be more reflective of your training?
So none of these raises my stats?
Do your clothes where you come from raise stats?
Cool. One by one, Leona and I pick out a new outfit. Sorry about that, my throat was a bit musty. Her clothing are a simple design, meant for more functional than aesthetic. To my surprise, everyone walks around armed. This village doesn't seem dangerous, but looks
Why don't you
completely
get
civil.
changed now? There's a space in the back to give you some privacy.
I nod and take my clothes from her. As I ensured privacy, I quickly get changed. Luckily these clothes have pockets and I can just transfer everything over. I find my wallet, deck of cards and loose change next to my phone. It's a phone, you should definitely show. I try and turn it on just to see if it will still work, but it doesn't react. Battery must be dead. Oh, that sucks. I get the feeling that I don't have a wall chargers. Wall chargers. Shrugging it off, I slip my phone into my pocket too. If you can show the Mage Academy, they'll be freaked out. When I emerge, Liana gives me a once over. How do I look? She grins and nods in
Wow,
satisfaction.
look at you! Just like a native. This look suits you.
That's shit. Sorry about that language.
Let's go find the inn now.
Actually, maybe we can stop by the armory? She pauses and looks curious.
Armory? You want to get a weapon?
The goal is to blend in, right? We look weird persons standing together. Oh, fuck.
You do have a point. Plus, it could come in handy.
Why do I not feel... why do I not like the sound of that?
Do you know how to use a weapon?
Again, although her voice holds no hostility, I can sense her caution. I practice kendo comparatively. What? She blinks. There's a type of sword fighting where I come
I
from.
see.
In a full silent as I gaze out into the street after her extended pause, she nods. We head into the forge where the rows of blades hanging from long swords to short daggers hang from the wall. Oh, look at them guns. Magic. All of the blades look fairly plain, but steel edges glint dangerously amidst the warm glow of the forge. Unlike the previous shopkeeper, the metalsmith ignores us as he pounds out a red hot blade. Sparks jump from the clanking metal like fireflies. Liana lets me browse the sword to reach out for one that catches my eyes. As I gently remove it from the shelf, I miscalculate its weight and drop it. Oh dear. The steel scratches the ground with a sharp scratch. Metalsmith pauses his work to... Oh fuck.
Careful!
I quickly right the sword back up and grip it tightly. Liana now watches me with
Is this the
intrigue.
first time you've held a sword?
I lift, bro. Oh no. Don't say that.
Was that a move from your kendo? Not
I
bad.
nod. I swing again and the movement flows naturally. As I saw it cut through the air with a sharp swing. I can't help but admire how smoothly it slices. This is high quality craftsmanship. Let's go with this one. I'd have daggers if I was a noob with holding big swords. I just said that, not read it. Make one more stop to gather supplies for our travel. By the time we're finished, the sun has set and darkens. Darkness blankets the sky. Sorry about that. Trying to read fast, but it's so I can't read that fast. The town is aglow with the soft lights from within houses and the lampposts of the streets. As we pass by a lamppost, I peek inside to see a small crystal shining brilliantly. Bright, whatever. Using the lights to guide us, we find the inn. Oh, I'm so terrible. Sorry about that. I take a seat at one of the crowded tables while Liana talks to the innkeeper behind the door. There are a scratching of other patrons. What? Mostly men who sit alone, nursing a tankard of what I assume to be ale. Ale's delish. I stifle a yawn, and now that I had a chance to sit down, I feel the full weight of my something. Luckily, Liana returns and hands me a key.
This is your room for the night. It's right next to mine.
Thanks.
They should be coming out with our dinner soon. Then we should get to sleep. We have an early start tomorrow.
Oh, so I was reading it. Our meals arrive and stare at the bowl before me. It's gloopy, thick stew and looks about as appetizing as dog food, but it smells pretty good. Huh? What is this?
It's stew.
I bet it's nice.
Rabbit.
Stew. Rabbit. Brief of cute, fluffy bunny flashes across my eyes.
Is something wrong? Mm-hmm. They're abundant and easy to trap. You've eaten beef? That's a luxury meat here.
Seriously? Does that mean you've never had beef before?
You should eat your stew before it gets cold. How is it?
Amazing! Cleans her bowl. She moves her upstairs. She pauses in front of her room and stops in front of me.
Good night!
Good night. I'm about to enter my room and I hear a small voice. Oh gosh, boy. I see Pongo at my feet and now thinking about it. Ever since we entered the village, he's been awfully silent. Have you been following us the whole time, or did you lose and find us again?
Boy. Pongos aren't exactly welcomed everywhere. Well, they absorb the energy around them, including crystals which are used to light lampposts, or other similar items. I think this guy knew to stay out of sight once we came in here. As long as he doesn't stray too close to a crystal, he'll be fine. People only make a fuss when it looks like their crystal might be drained.
She reaches towards the Pongo.
Do you want to sleep with me tonight? Boy! I thought as much. Sleep well. Boy!
He lets the Pongo in. Oh, I'm gonna skip some of this. Sorry. I just suck at reading fast. Which is the whole point of the novel, but... Anyway, I suck, and I will see you guys in the next episode. I haven't been timing this, but I'm hoping it's about 15 minutes. Don't want to make it too long and boring. Anyway guys, thanks, and I will see you in the next episode.